Alright fellas, what's going on? Denonu here, the man with black privilege, and today is a special day. Today is a holiday for me. Normally comes around once every few years. I know the last time the holiday came around, I took a day off from work, called in, said I was sick, stayed home with my brother, and we played Metal Gear Solid 4 all day. And the new game just came out, and I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. Let me just get that out the way. I'm not one of those guys who play every game, but I've played every console version of the game. I even touched on Peace Walker, played that about halfway through, never finished it, but I do recognize the story and read synopsises. But I played all of the Metal Gear Solid games. That's been on console, and even the ones that came out before that, the ones for Game Boy and Nintendo, everything like that. So I'm a hugely invested fan of the franchise, so to speak. And I knew I was going to pick this game up, regardless. I mean, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I mean, like I said, I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, so I already had the game pre-ordered. But what worries me about it is not all the gameplay changes, because I mean, I pretty much know what some of them are. I'm more than likely gonna like the game regardless, so I don't really care about all that much. What I care about and what has me worried is the company side of things. All those statements about Konami saying, oh, they trying to get into mobile games and other things, and Kojima leaving, or he got fired, and all of that bullshit. It's making me wonder and afraid that, like, is this going to be like the last Metal Gear game that comes out? I know they said they would continue to make more Metal Gear games, but what I mean is this going to be the last true Metal Gear, because Kojima might not be there? Because I know they can probably make another one. They could probably syndicate the game, get other people to pick up where he left off and things like that. But normally when you do that, a lot of things change. And that's with any medium, whether that be a movie, whether, getting a different director for the sequel. It just doesn't feel like the first movie, things like that. Music, same way. And the same thing goes for gaming studios. I mean, it really does. Whether people want to believe it or not, it happens. And normally the game that follows isn't as good as the guy who made it the first time, and since Kojima had a lot of weird references and weird kooky Japanese mentality when he made his game being how he was, I know that can't nobody make another Metal Gear. You can't simulate him being him. And I know that he put a lot of effort into Metal Gear, and Metal Gear probably wouldn't play or wouldn't be the same if he wasn't a part of it. And that's just the truth. So it's I'm sitting here holding the game case in my hand. I already got it loaded up on my PlayStation 4, and it's just I want to jump into this game, and I will after this commentary, but I'm just afraid it's going to be the last one. Or it's going to be the last one that has Kojima's style to it, And I don't know if they can ever get him back. I doubt it, because of how things went down. It seemed kind of sudden, and the news broke out there and got out there. It seemed way too abrupt, so they didn't part on good terms. And normally that's a bad sign. Like, if they'd have came out and he was less saying, or if he just left on his own and they just wished him well and things like that, that's a little bit different. They might be able to call him up for a reference, like, hey, look, we're making this Metal Gear game. What would you do, in this kind of sort of situation? But given that they parted on such bad terms, I don't think that's going to be possible. I honestly, truly think that they're going to redo Metal Gear. Like, this might be like the last one we see for a while. And if they are going to continue making it, let's say they stick with their word, who knows, given how their finances look. I don't know if they're doing good or whether they're doing bad. I don't think they're doing too good. I don't think that, that they've hit rock bottom yet, but I just don't think they're doing too good as a company, because a lot of their older franchises, they're just, I'm not gonna say fuck up, but it just seems that they're not treating them like they're supposed to be, you know? So that tells you a lot when you can read the signs and you can kind of predict, like, okay, things ain't going too good. And so if they stick to their word, if they do make another Metal Gear, it's just, I know it probably won't be what I love out of the franchise. And it kind of, being a huge Metal Gear fan, I know my brother's going to probably watch this video because he feels the same way as I do about the game, as I'm sure many of millions of people do. Otherwise, the game wouldn't be so big. It's just, it hurts my heart to see all of that bullshit behind the scenes and then be like, yo, how you gonna have Metal Gear without Kojima? It's just like one of those things like peanut butter and jelly. You know, it's like playing Call of Duty and not having no lag. You know, it's like shit just, it's beyond the realm of your comprehension. You wouldn't believe it if it happened. You know? It's one of those kind of sort of things. And it's just, I don't know where they can go from here. Because given that they parted on good terms, I'm sorry, they didn't part on good terms, is this Metal Gear game actually, I mean, I don't know if Kojima was planning to make another game or not. Because if let's say he wasn't, then this game is going to be a continuation at the end of the game when you play it. So, you know, ideas may be left finished. I mean, but if this game is like a complete experience where you play through it, you beat it, and then he meant this to be his wrap-up game, that I don't know. And I don't think that's the case. I know he said before that, you know, a bunch of times that, oh, this is going to be my last game, this is going to be my last game. But I've always wanted it to be like, I want him to ride Metal Gear like Robert Downey Jr. rides being Tony Stark and Iron Man. You know, I want him to just be like, as long as the fans keep loving me, and as long as, you know, people, you know, keep supporting the game, you know, because obviously he don't got the money to make it himself, but as long as if they give him money to do it, he'll do it, you know. And I think it was getting that way, because I remember with the last game, he was saying that, you know, saying the same shit about him not doing it, and then he came back, and then it was like, you know what, yeah, like my name's attached to it, so, you know, I'm doing it. But given how him and Konami parted ways, it's like, I just know that's not going to happen this time. And I just truly think that Konami is going to pull, you know, they're going to do the same thing that Toei did with Dragon Ball Z back in the day. Where after Dragon Ball Z came out and Akira Toriyama, you know, didn't want to make it no more, they said, fuck you, and made Dragon Ball GT. And we all know how that turned out. So I just think Konami's going to try to do the same thing, and I just think that their product that they make at the end of the day isn't going to live up to what we know before as, you know, the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and then that's when I think it's going to start to go downhill. I mean, yeah, who knows? Maybe they might make a game that might be better than this one, but it's going to be different. And I don't know if I'm ready to play a different Metal Gear game without Kojima's weird Suda 51 type style, stylings in it, you know? Because I know he was kind of weird and out there with a lot of things he did and how he chose to make the game, so I just don't know. I really don't. I wasn't planning to make this video, to be honest. I was just picked up my, came home from work, picked up my copy, and I just had it in my hands. I popped it in, and I was just like, and I had all these thoughts going through my head, so I figured why not just get them out there for a video. But expect tons of this game from me. I know I plan to play probably for the next 4 or 5 hours, getting gameplay and stuff, so that's going to be going up tomorrow. I'm going to try to put this video up tonight. I don't know how that's going to work, but hopefully if not tonight, it'll definitely go up tomorrow morning, so I ain't worried about it. So thanks for watching the video, fellas. My name is Denonu, the man with black privilege, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.